On 3.
1, 2, 3. Hey, my name's Riker and I'm here with the coolant rider, and we're gonna work on a 208 rancher, and it's a 420. And then the motor's still on. And then my dad's gonna have another video that's gonna show how to take the motor apart. And then there was no plastic on the thing, on the four-wheeler.
Alright, we're going to do a video of taking this motor off. Me and Riker. Signing out. Alright, first thing you need to do is take these two 10mm bolts out of the gas tank here. I pulled those out a little earlier from working on something else. And this gas line that goes into your fuel pump reservoir here. Just slide that up. Make sure your petcock's turned to off, and you also need to take this knob off with a Phillips screwdriver. Usually have to use the long one on that because it's pretty deep in there.
Hey!
Alright, so we got the gas tank off now. Now we have to take this little plastic cover off here. To get it off, the only thing you got to take loose is this one plug that plugs in here. I think it's a coolant temperature sensor on the top of the head. Unplug that, then you can just unclip all of these wires out and it'll slide out of there. So we'll do that real quick.
Alright, next guys, we gotta take off this spark plug wire right here.
Pull it on. Twist it.
Ow.
Is it that tight?
Yeah.
It was pretty tight. Alright,
okay,
lay the coil back.
That off.
Alright, next thing we're going to do is take this boot loose for the intake. The little clips that held the air box in are already out, so you need them loose to slide that back. So we're going to take the boots off the intake, take the exhaust bolts off, and also loosen up this exhaust clamp here so we can get this head bolt off.
So you get the head bolt off.
Alright, next thing we need to do is take these two coolant hoses off, the top one here and the bottom one here, and going to do that. We got the exhaust off, as you can see, and this intake boot off here, and then we'll start disconnecting some of these wires. There's also a ground cable here that we're going to take off, and the wire there for the shifter. This is an ES model, so the wire there for the shift motor, pull that off too. So alright, we'll get the coolant lines off, that shift motor wire off, and do need to disconnect. You can see through there the crankcase vent tube that ties into the air box. Disconnect that from the engine as well. Alright, so I got all this coolant lines and pretty much all the lines loose on the front of the motor. Now we're going to work back here at the back. Need to take this ground cable off here. Unplug this connector here. It's the big round one with the yellow wires going into it. This one here, like I said, is electric shift model, so it has a big connector here. These gray connectors here, they won't come loose unless you take them from unclip them from the clip that holds them to the frame. Let's see, somebody's done pried on this one to try to get it apart, but it's got like a lock that it won't let it come loose. So you got to take this round one loose, the gray one loose, and this one with the 6 wires in it loose, and that'll pretty much be all that's holding the motor on, except for the battery cable that goes to the starter here. So you need to take the starter cable loose, and there's also another ground on one of these bolts for the starter, so take that loose, and that should be it, with the exception of the reverse cable. There's a 10mm bolt down here on a little arm that the reverse cable hooks to. Loosen that one up, then your motor mounts and the motor will come out. So I'm going to get all that loose, and I'll try to show you real quick once I get all the bolts out as to where everything goes, and we'll get these motor mounts loose and pull the motor out here in a second. Alright, so I got the engine bolts loose washers on each end, and the spacer here, as well as the other side. Also have to take this top motor mount bolt loose. This is a 212, I mean not motor mount bolt, motor mount. There's two 12mm bolts that go in here. Unhook some of the wiring, most of it over here on this side, and I'm going to slide the motor forward so I can get to the starter wire, and as well as a ground wire that's back here on the starter. So I'm going to slide the motor forward, and then we also have to take the reverse cable loose. So I'll slide it forward, then I'll cut the camera back on and show you the last few things to take loose before the motor comes out. Alright guys, I got the motor slid forward here, and you can makes pretty easy access with a 1/4 inch drive 10mm to get the starter power wire loose, as well as the little ground wire. It's actually hooked onto one of the starter bolts. The last thing to take off is this reverse lever. I hope you can see this, but it's right here. It's a 10mm bolt, and you just need to take that off and slide that cable out of that holder here, and that'll be the last thing you need to do before you pull the whole motor off. So I'm gonna get that loose. I can't do it with one hand, and then I'll cut the camera back on and just show you sliding this thing out. Pretty easy to get the motor out once you get to this point. So alright, cut the camera on in a second. Alright guys, I got the reverse lever off. Slide my gloves on, and I'll show you how to slide this motor out of here. The only other item that's still holding it is the rear drive shaft. It'll just slip right off. You can just slide it back and it'll come off just like that. And then what you want to do here to get this motor out is you have to rotate it to get this to come out from under the frame, because it won't just slide right out. So grab the bottom of it, kind of pick it up, and you'll have to slide it forward a little bit, and then it'll come out. So let me see if I can show you how to do that. And that's it. God bless. Camera just flipped over on me. Yeah, I don't know how much of that y'all saw, but I'm sorry if you missed 3/4 of it. What the idea here is to just rotate that motor like that and get it to slide out. Sorry, I didn't realize the camera fell off. The one item that I didn't do on this removal that you normally would have to do is drain the coolant. It's a little easier to show you with it off like this. It had already had the coolant drained out of it. But to drain the coolant, you just take this lower bolt out right here on the water pump housing. It's a 10mm, and it's got a washer on it, and the coolant will start running out. It'll run out for a little while, and then you pop the radiator cap, and the rest of it will come out. So that's how you get the coolant out of it. Alright, so that's how you get the motor off of this thing. I may show a video of tearing it down. This one here actually has a crack in the case. I'm not real sure what in the world caused that, but you can see the crack right there. So I'll find that out once I get it took apart. And I have another case to swap all this stuff out. The motor still runs, but just got a crack in it. So I don't know what that is. But anyway, we'll figure that out, and I might show a video of putting the thing, or tearing this one down and putting it back together. So, alright, thank y'all for checking my videos out. Stay tuned for the next one.